Hi and welcome to our daily acting challenge, Your Turn, where every day we're going to be giving you a new acting task and you're going to go away and practice. It's easy acting challenges. You can do them by yourself in your own space. You don't need anybody else with you and with the minimum amount of resources. This one today is called Stick Work and it's brought to us by one of my favorite practitioners, Meyerhold. Now, Meyerhold was a Russian practitioner in the early 1900s and he drew a lot of his inspiration from the circus. So today's activity, stick work, will have a sort of circusy feel to it. Meyerhold wanted to train his actors to be balanced, to have stamina, to have flexibility, and to be physical as well. So a lot of his work is on the body. And today's task is stick work. Meyerhold wanted his actors to find themselves a stick of around about 1 meter length, nice and sturdy, and an object that's not too heavy that they can balance. So the first task is for you to find yourself a stick. Now, it doesn't have to be exactly 1 meter length, doesn't have to be a stick. I've got this lightsaber here. It could be absolutely anything. It could be a roll of cling film. It could be a ladle. It could be an actual stick from my garden furniture that I've been taking apart. So find your stick, come back and join me, and I'll see you back here. So once you've got your object, and make sure it's an object that you're allowed to use, you have permission to use, and it's not going to hurt anyone or anything around you, make sure your space is free of clutter and that you have permission to do this. You might want to do it outside if you've got a bit more space, or you want a bit more space, certainly when you're beginning, because your movements are going to be a little bit more exaggerated than mine as you try and gain mastery over your object. So knees bent, palm out, balance your object, your stick on your palms. It's really important to keep your knees bent, keep your feet flexible, because at least at first, you'll want to be moving with your object. Keep your eyes on the very, very tip, on the very top of your stick, and begin to move it around the space. Keep it balanced in the palm of your hand. So balance your object. If it moves away from you, you have to move with it. And if it moves back, move with it as well. And this is why you might need a fair bit of space, guys, because at least at first, they might be quite difficult to control until eventually the movements become less and less as you gain mastery over your own balance. So there you go, have that, a little practice. You can hold it in your right hand, on your left hand, in your palm, or at your fingertips. Off you go. There we go. And it doesn't have to be 1 meter long. It doesn't have to be an actual stick. I'm going to give you another object here. There we go, nice and easy. The smaller it is, the harder it is to balance, because there's less room to redress the balance. And there you have it. Now, once you've got your object under your control, you want to think about passing it from hand to hand. So that's phase 2 of your activity. So once you've got your object under control, and it'll take you a little while at first to get it under control. I'm going to get a new object here and making sure I've got enough space around me to use it. Once you've got it under control, you want to think about passing your object from hand to hand. And like I said, I think I said the object was easier to control the bigger it is. Just demonstrating that now. But about 1 meter length is perfect for your object. Take your object, phase 2 is passing it from hand to hand. Keep your knees bent, keep your body flexible, and simply pass your object from your left hand to your right hand. That's step 2. Are you ready? Give it a go yourselves. Okay, so once you've mastered that, step 3 is to begin to balance your object on different parts of your body. So we've mastered the hand, the palm of the hand and the fingertips, and we have mastered passing it from fingertip to fingertip. You might want to Now pass it to a different part of your body. I'm holding my wrist out there. And because different parts of the body aren't as coordinated as our hands, you'll find that these are a little bit more difficult again. And as we keep going to different parts of the body, it will get more and more difficult. It's really important that you master each phase first, and you don't try and run before you can walk. So there's my object balanced on my wrist. Mayholt also suggested his actors should balance their objects on their elbows. Now, because the elbow is a little bit less movable than the hand, you find your body having to move to compensate. So really let your body move, and this is why you need a lot of space around you, guys. You won't always get it at first, but the more you practice, the better you get. So this is about where I'm at the moment. This is where I need to practice because I haven't quite mastered this yet. And your movements become less and less obvious until we're back at those very, very subtle movements again, hardly moving at all, and the object remaining balanced. Once you've mastered your elbows and your wrists, you might want to move on to balancing your object on your feet, on your knees. That's a tough one on the knees because it means you have to do it on one foot, on your chin, and on your forehead. I'm not going to show you those now because I'm not completely ready with those just yet. And I want to make sure that you're always safe and you're always fully skilled before going to the next level. So your turn now. See what you've got. Make sure you do it safely with an object that you're allowed to use and have fun balancing. Do show us your work. It's your turn. Bye-bye.